Thanks for joining us. Today I'm going to be showing you a coin holder that holds the loonies and the toonies. And the nicest thing about it is you can tip the coins over and they don't fall out of it. And it's quite a handy little toy. And all you need is just a rough piece of 2x4 and a drill and a little different colored piece of wood for the base. So I'll start right now. So this is 4 inches high, this piece. So I'll go and cut that. Okay, I'm just going to measure about the center of this thing. And I'm going to be cutting this slot out of here on the bandsaw. It's about a 1/2 inch deep. All right, I've just sanded this and cleaned it up a little bit. And now I'm going to put a center on. I'm not going to cut a round circle. I'm going to be cutting a hidden circle. So this is just a mark to mark it. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to use a Forstner bit, and I'm going to go down a certain depth. And I'll use my fancy gauge here, which is just a piece of doweling on a stick. Okay, I'm just going to put a Forstner bit in. It's a 1 1/8 size. Happens to be the same size as the coins. That's too close, I'll have to move it. Okay, now to get my fancy gauge out here. Okay, there's the first one part done. I'm just now lining up the second cut now. I'm just going to file some of the burn marks out. When you cut right down to the corners like that. Okay, I've got 2 holes drilled here, and it kind of looks like this. But now I've got to cut the front off, and it will probably be about this much. I'll cut this off on the bandsaw and see what we have. Okay, I'm going to, instead of using a drill, this is a sander that you can attach to the drill press. And they come in different sizes, various sizes, all the way up to about 4 inches. And you can go right down to 1/2 inch. And this one that I'm going to put in there exactly fits inside the coin holder. So I'll just give it a bit of a sand in that. Okay, that's finished. We'll go and do a little bit of hand sanding, and then this part will be completed. And this is pretty well finished sanding. I'll just check the coins out to see if they fit. The loonies and the toonies are about the same size. That's why I could drill a hole the same size. So we'll put them in. The coins don't fall out. And there they are. And if you fill it up with just $2 coins, both sides, you can put almost $150 in this. The only thing that's left is to put a little shelf on the bottom to keep it from tipping over. So this is just a different colored piece of wood, and I'll cut it to size and shape and glue it, and it'll be finished. Okay, back to the bandsaw again. Okay, the only thing left now is just, I've sanded this little thing, and I'm just gonna glue this on the base, and it'll be completed. Okay, I'm just going to put some weights on here to hold it, and then while I'm waiting for the glue to dry, after the glue is dry, I'll varnish it, and it'll be completed, and it'll look something like this. I'm going to be putting some Varathane on, or varnish, and just get it out of the can, and just put it in another dish to thin it. I should put 15 to 20% thinners in it, and for the first coat, you just put it on, and it goes on very light, smooth, fast. Usually takes about 4 coats to get a proper finish on it. So you sand it with fairly rough sandpaper, number 80. And as it gets close to the end, you get sandpaper up to about 500 or 600, 400. Okay, then just put it someplace to dry. And that's it done. All right, this first coat is finished. It'll take about 3 or 4 hours to dry. Use a fairly rough sandpaper to dry it, and then gradually as you put extra coats on, maybe up to 600, it'll get quite smooth with about 3 or 4 coats. I'm Ron Rushworth. Thanks for watching the show. Hello, I'm Ron Rushworth, and I'm here today to show you how to make a wheel for toy wheels for tractors or trucks. And this is a finished one pretty well. You can make them any thickness you like or any diameter you want. And this is it. Okay, to start this wheel, all I've done is use a compass, and I've drilled a 1/4-inch hole in it. And now I'm going to cut it out on the bandsaw, and then I'm going to put it on a sander and turn up a wheel that will come out like this. Okay, I've just drawn a circle, and I've cut a little 1/4-inch hole here. I'm just going to cut very, very roughly around this compass circle that I've drawn. Sometimes the sander gets clogged up with previous things, so this is a rubber sponge you can buy at the hardware store or any wood shop. It's a sponge thing, and it cleans the wheels. To make a round wheel, and you can see it's pretty rough, you need a couple of little things to fit on your sander. One of them is a little stick that will fit into this slot. And this slot is used for keeping straight edges and all of that, for all kinds of things. But this thing, you're using it for a completely different purpose. And it's just a stick of wood that fits in here. And it slides easily, so it doesn't have to be too tight, doesn't have to be too loose, but you just cut this to fit. So on top of that, you get a chunk of wood and put this, any old size is fine. And what you do is just put this on here and put, this has to be held on with something, so you get a little nail. That slides, and everything's ready now. So I have already pre-measured, and I drilled a 1/4-inch hole here and put a little stick in, or you can use a pin or any sort of a thing. And then this just fits on a bit tight. And turn the machines on. There you have your circle. It just needs to be put on the router and rounded a bit, and that will be completed. Always go to the right to the left. There, that's finished. Well, there's your finished wheel, and this is what we started with. They look pretty close to each other, and they're nicely finished and everything. You make a set of 4, you can turn them into tractors or big trucks or anything for toys. And this is Ron Rushworth, and hope to see you soon.